Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Peaches and Power Bombs. We are back. It feels good to be back with you guys. It's been a little bit. I'm happy to be here. We had a little bit of a faux pas, not last week, but the week before, where we thought that the page was gone, but thankfully it wasn't. It was just a little boo boo, and we got it fixed, and we're here. Yay! And very, very happy about that. I want to go ahead and do the business part of things and then just get through that. And then I want to start the show. I want to make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Make sure you follow Peaches and Power Bombs on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, is where we mainly stream at. And we also have a presence on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and Instagram as well. So make sure you guys follow us over there. And I'm going to do things a little bit differently tonight. Usually I do a scroll with all of our social media platforms, but today, this past weekend, the Southeast had a horrible storm come through, wiping out towns, flooding lots of areas, making roads unaccessible. There are people who are trapped in their houses still, have no way out, have no food, have no power, have no water, and I want to post a link for a disaster relief fund charity that's being held by FTR's Dax, not Dax, but Cash Wheeler. So make sure you guys do that, and I will also post it here in case you want to click on it. So here we go, paste. And now you can just click on it as well. We're going to be here, and I'm going to talk about Bad Blood, and then we'll do a little open floor segment as well. And we'll just go ahead and get started. As you know, we want to send our thoughts and prayers with the people who are suffering from the hurricane, but also we want to send prayers and thoughts out to Luchasaurus, also known as Kill Switch on AEW. He has a really bad case of pneumonia. He's been hospitalized with not much air, and it's going to take him a while to get better. And my good friend Lance is here. Hello, hello. What is up? My good friend Lance. Thankfully, he was not in the path of the hurricane, so we're thankful for that. Go check him out on Metal Geek. Yes. The hurricane kind of missed us completely. We had some water. I know there's parts of Atlanta that had some flooding, but not nearly like what North Carolina, South Georgia, and some areas of Florida are suffering from. Okay, so this Bad Blood card is interesting. There's not much on it, but there's a lot happening with each match. And I noticed something while I was putting this together, and we'll talk about it here in a few minutes, that Bad Blood is the first pay-per-view that I can think of in a while that neither world title is on the line, has not been booked. There's no world championship match on this card at all. Of course, with everything happening with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, does it really need it? I don't know, but you know, it's all good. Yeah, the hurricane did miss South Florida. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this as we keep going. We're going to start off with the WWE Women's Championship match. This is the women's title that is on SmackDown. Nia Jax is the current champion. She did beat Bayley. This is sort of a rematch of it, although Bayley didn't just get a rematch. She had to earn it. She defeated Naomi last week on SmackDown for the opportunity to face Nia Jax. I'm going to be honest, guys. I was kind of hoping that Naomi was going to win. I knew she wasn't. No one's going to beat Nia Jax for the title quite yet, but I was kind of hoping to get to see Naomi in a in a women's title match on a pay per view in a high caliber match. We haven't seen that from her in a while. And I would have just liked to seen her in a world title match one-on-one. I know she was in a triple threat match at some point this past summer. It was her and Bailey versus Naomi versus Bailey versus Tiffany Stratton. And of course, Bailey retained her championship at that time, and she later lost it to Nia Jax. This will be interesting, especially what happened at the end. There at the end of the segment, Tiffany Stratton lost her match with Naomi last week, and Nia Jax didn't really like it all that much. She got in her face, kind of choked her out a little bit, and then she just kind of snapped out of it and said, "Oh, we can be friends now." It's kind of psychopathic, honestly. It gave me horrible flashbacks. But anyway. It was interesting, and I'm a little interested to see if Tiffany Stratton is going to make an impact on this match. I don't think that they're going to have her cash in on Nia quite yet, but you never know. It'll probably be a slower build than this, but we'll see what happens on Saturday with this. And we'll see what happens with Tiffany Stratton. I expect Nia Jax to win this match. Let me see what you guys think. Lance is saying that Nia's going to win. And my friend John from My Music Corner is here, and he says it is Nia Jax. Well, it is Nia Jax. Oh, talking about the psychopathic. Yeah, she has a little bit of a psychotic streak in her as far as her character goes. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Nia Jax has some. I know there's a lot of people out there, and some people who might be watching this might not be a fan of Nia Jax, and she's not my favorite either. She's not the best. I have some concerns sometimes. If I notice something, I always feel like it has to be bad if I notice it. But she has gotten somewhat better. So we'll see. Bailey is great. I love Bailey. I'm happy she's on a pay-per-view. I do wish it was Naomi instead of her, but I'm always happy to see Naomi. I mean, I'm always happy to see Bailey. That's not ever a bad thing, but you know, you can have both opinions, wishing it was Naomi, but still being happy to see Bailey. Yes, I think that Nia Jax is going to win, and they're probably going to tease a cash in and it not actually go through. Let's see what is next. Guys, the only thing wrong with doing podcasts all by yourself is that your throat just goes out on you because you're doing all the talking. All right, so next up, I thought this was a last man standing match, but it's not. I guess I don't know why. I have been thinking for weeks that this match was a last man standing match, but it's not. It's just a regular one-on-one match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest. With that being said, maybe they're working. What I read was a rumor that they're working towards maybe having a last man standing match at some point. And that's where I got that idea from, perhaps. I expect Finn Balor to win this match. I don't see this ending between the Judgment Day and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. I don't see this whole thing ending anytime soon. So we'll see how they build even more. I mean, I know it seems like this has been going on forever, but it really hasn't. and it's been really intriguing, and I've enjoyed it. Damian Priest, I love me some Priesty. I'm happy to see him. Always rooting for him. Okay, always rooting for him. But at some point, reality sets in, and I'm going to say that Finn Balor is going to win this match. Probably maybe with some shenanigans going on at some point. I don't know, but I don't think that Damian Priest is going to win. Let me see what you guys think. Lance says he knows the feeling. And yes, they did just do a last monster standing match at Raw. They did do that, but I was thinking like 2 weeks ago that the match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest was the last man standing match, but it wasn't. That was crazy, by the way. I haven't seen the full match yet, but I saw bits and pieces of it, and it was nuts. I'm still working my way towards Monday Night Raw. I haven't seen everything yet. Okay. All right. Closely related to Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, we have the Women's World Championship with Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, and that Dirty Dom Mysterio is going to be put into a shark cage and hoisted up above the ring, so he won't be allowed to interfere in the match. But we all know the Judgment Day. We know Liv Morgan. She's going to have something up her sleeve. I have a feeling that at some point during this match, that in one way or another, that Dominic Mysterio is going to escape that shark cage, right? I'm having flashbacks of a couple years ago when the Jericho Appreciation Society was hoisted up in a shark cage at a show that I was at, and it was Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. That was a death match. Plus, they had all of them in a shark cage, and Ty Conti came out and had them got them out of there. So that brings back memories of that match. It wasn't a good match, but anytime a shark cage is introduced, that's what I think about, because I saw that in person. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, but I expect Dominic Mysterio to escape somehow and help Liv Morgan continue to retain. So we'll see what happens, but that's what I expect. Let me see what you guys think. Oh, hi, Randy. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show. We're only halfway through and my throat is gone. Yeah, because the shark cages always do such a wonderful job of keeping the person from interfering. I know, right? They do for about 5 minutes, John. I mean, they can do a lot in that 5 minutes. She can get some real beating on Liv Morgan, even though she might not necessarily win the match. Good to see you too. Yes, I think this Judgment Day and Rhea Ripley thing is going on. And while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and pose a question to you guys. We have Survivor Series only a little bit over a month away, right? Like, this is October 1st. It's spooky season. I have my little witch's hat socks on, by the way. I'm not going to lift my leg so you can see them, but I do have my witch socks on for October the 1st. And, Survivor Series War Games is only like a little bit over a month away. So, what I want to ask you is this. Okay, on SmackDown, we have, Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief, the OTC, and he's battling Solo Sikoa, right? The new tribal chief, the new bloodline, right? That's what he's got going on. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. So they have that, and that's brewing, and that's going to be huge. And everybody's expecting that to be a War Games match, right? original bloodline versus the new bloodline. Well, over here on Monday Night Raw, we have the Judgment Day versus like the likes of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley and people who have been involved in allies of that, like Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. They've been kind of, off and on battling the Judgment Day alongside Damian Priest, or, maybe even before Damian Priest or whatever. Would you rather see Jey Uso join Roman Reigns? Would you rather see Jey Uso join Roman Reigns in that War Games match? Or would you rather see Jey Uso join his new friends on Monday Night Raw, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, in that War Games match? Which one would you rather see? Personally, I would rather it be like with Roman, but I don't know. He just won his own title, and everything like that. It would take a really long time, I think, and it's only a month away. So is that long enough to have Roman sort of convince Jey Uso to be on his side in this? He's kind of got his own thing going. So I don't know what they're going to do. I always thought it was set in stone right when Roman Reigns came out. Well, actually, when Solo Sikoa was saying that he is the new tribal chief, I was like, oh, this is going to be a War Games match in November. Easy peasy. Done deal. But it might not be so easy peasy anymore. Is that what they're going to do? I'm curious to see what you guys think. Well, right on time, Elvis. We're talking about the OTC Roman Reigns, and let me find the button. I know it's here. I made some new ones, so it might have gotten lost. Oh, there it is.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.
Yes, people, if you become a regular here on Peaches and Power Bombs, you too might get your own button. Randy says, interesting. Randy says he would rather see Jey Uso with the Judgment Day story. That's interesting. I mean, it does make sense, right? Because he's been fighting right alongside Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. So we'll have to see. And since we're talking about Jey Uso, he is the new Intercontinental champion. So congratulations to him.
Yeet!
That is a new button. We finally got the eat button, people. Okay, let's move on. Speaking of the bloodline, this is fun. Hip hip hooray. We have Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. And this is really interesting to me. This is the second, I know that at least, maybe the second time that Cody hasn't put, no, this is like the second or third time that Cody isn't main eventing, more than likely. I don't think he's main eventing, but Cody's the Undisputed World Championship is not going to be on the line. Cody is in a tag team match instead, and it is Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus the Bloodline, and in the Bloodline, that'll be Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. This one's hard to decipher who's going to win. On one hand, do you want Roman Reigns to lose his first match back? Do you want your WWE undisputed world heavyweight champion of the world, Cody Rhodes, to lose a match? These are the questions. On the other hand, I mean, do you want the bloodline to take a loss either? I don't know. This is very interesting. I debated back and forth earlier. Like I have it written down multiple times where I wrote Roman and Cody versus Bloodline in like 3 or 4 sections. And like I circled Roman and Cody a couple times, and then I circled the Bloodline a couple times, and then I scratched it out, and I was like, I don't know who's going to win this match. So let me ask you. They need to build their team up. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Let me ask you, would you rather who do you guys see winning? Do you see the bloodline winning Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa, or do you think that Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are going to get the win here? Now, as far as I'm concerned, that I can think of, every time Cody teams up with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, when those are his tag team partners, I think they either lose every time, or or the match just gets thrown out and there's just chaos and they just get beaten down, and they always get, the bloodline always gets the best of them. And last week on SmackDown, Kevin Owens kept saying, oh, you have your own tag team match. Don't worry about us, whatever. And they always make the point to say that Kevin Owens has never pinned a member of the bloodline, like at all. Like not even Tama Tonga or Tongaloa. Like nobody. Not Jimmy Uso. Because remember, in that tag team match at WrestleMania, it was Sami Zayn who got the pin, not Kevin Owens. So they keep making that point that Kevin Owens has never pinned one of the bloodline. When they team together with Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, it seems like they either lose or they get disqualified, or there's a disqualification or whatever. Chaos, right? So they're kind of building it to make it look like Cody just cannot win with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, right? So would you further that along and have him win with Roman, and it make it look like, well, Cody, the problem is that Kevin and Randy just can't get the job done. They can't do it. So you had to go to Roman Reigns to defeat the bloodline because your friends, they just can't help you. They can't do it. And I know they are making it look like so strong that Kevin Owens is going to be the one to turn on Cody Rhodes. But I don't think that that's what they're doing initially. At least I hope not, because I've been praying for this to happen since Cody became champion, since Randy Orton has returned. And I think it's going to be Randy Orton who turns on Cody Rhodes. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm looking down and I'm writing a lot of stuff, but when I'm talking, I do better with writing out things as I'm talking to stay on topic, because I can start rambling and not remember where I'm at. But anyway, I really think that it's going to be Randy who turns on Cody. And that's going to kind of kick off what Cody's going to be doing what Cody's going to be doing in either late 2024 or early 2025. That would be a great WrestleMania match, wouldn't it? Have Roman Reigns versus The Rock. That doesn't even need a title. And then have Cody versus Randy for the title. That would be fantastic. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let me see what you guys think. Randy says that the bloodline will cheat or Roman will turn on Cody to get his belt back. I don't think that Roman's going to be the one to turn on Cody, like I said. I think it's going to be Randy Orton. Because Roman Reigns is a lot of things. He's diabolical. He's, kind of like this evil mafia boss type. But he's never been a liar. He's always said exactly what he's going to do. He's never, pretended to be on somebody's side and then, just, stab them in the back. He has brought people in and then treated them like garbage, but he's never actually outright stabbed somebody in the back. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see what happens with this. But the main event of the night is more than likely going to be Hell in a Cell match with Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. This is the last one, guys. This is the big one. And I'm excited about this match more than any other match on the card. I love Drew McIntyre. He's been doing the best work of his entire career this year. It's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've always been a Drew McIntyre fan, but I never knew that he had this in him. And he's a troll and a hater, and he hates CM Punk, and he'll just go to any length to get to that dude. And it's just been a wild, crazy ride, a fun ride. Them just working off of one little thing that he accidentally, CM Punk accidentally tore a tricep during the Royal Rumble match, because we were off to the races with CM Punk probably facing Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, and that was going to be what we were going for. And then all of a sudden, nope, that's out of the question. But they just built off of that it was Drew McIntyre, and they just rolled with it, and it's been so much fun to watch. I'm so happy that I know some of y'all don't like CM Punk, but oh well. I love CM Punk. I'm so happy to see him back. And I have CM Punk winning this. And I'll tell you why. Number one, if Drew McIntyre wins, this isn't over. And I think they already said that it will be over after this. Both of these guys probably need to move on, although I could probably watch them go after each other hatefully forever, but I know some people can't. It's probably time for them to move on. And I think the babyface is going to win. And also, if you look at the card of who I have predicted to win, we have all heels winning except for this match. If everything goes the way that I think it's going to, this will be the only match where a babyface wins. Like, the Bloodline are going to win both of their matches, more than likely. I see Nia Jax winning her match. I see perhaps the Bloodline winning their match. I don't know. I'm still up in the air about that one. But yeah. We'll have to see. I don't think that I don't know. This is just a tag team match. I don't think there's any stipulations like if Roman and Cody wins, then Roman gets in charge of the Bloodline again. I don't think so. I think he's going to try to get the old band back together. Or at least I thought so, but now that Jey Uso is the Intercontinental Champion, I don't know. They might be going in a different way. I thought for sure that Roman was going to try to get Jimmy back and then try to get Jay back and then maybe even Sami Zayn. But I'm not really sure. Everything is up in the air. We just have to go along with the ride, right? And wait and see and watch. But yeah, that's the Bad Blood card, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and log off. I know I've only been on for 30 minutes, but my throat is absolutely gone. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. Bad Blood is going to be a lot of fun. If you're in the Atlanta area and you plan on going to Bad Blood, or if you're traveling, if you're coming to the Atlanta area, just be careful. There has been some advisories lately. We had a bad biolab fire happen a couple days ago. So there's some chemicals in the air. So try not to be outside for an extremely long period of time. Try to stay indoors as much as you can. Also, just beware if you're downtown. There might still be some flooding. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of things going on. So if you're in town for Bad Blood, just be careful. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, and y'all have a good night. Ray Dean, Ray All Day, and myself will be back on tomorrow for the TRWC tailgate party. We will preview AEW Dynamite, and so make sure you guys check that out, and we'll see you later. Bye. Good night, sweet peach. It's time to go. Good night, sweet peach. It's the end of the show. We hate to leave, but we really can't stay. So good night, sweet